What is up, guys? So, hey, just wanted to come to you with a preview for this weekend's fights. We got some good ones taking place on two separate cards. One's going to be on DAZN. The other one is on actually Fox, regular Fox. The DAZN card's kicking off at 4 o'clock. I'm going to start with that one. It's pretty much a double header. I haven't seen anything on the undercard, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a long undercard like it normally is, and then we'll probably get the main events. The double header, we'll probably get that around 7 o'clock tomorrow night. So in the on the undercard, we're going to see Jesus Rojas, WBA regular champion at 126 pounds featherweight. He'll be making the first defense of his title against Japanese contender Kan Shu or Shu. It's a XU is his last name. This is pretty much Rojas just kind of making his DAZN debut with Golden Boy and trying to prove how good he really is. He fought on Facebook Live and lost back in August to Joseph Diaz Jr. But Rojas is the real deal. He's a very good fighter, action fighter, and a really good featherweight who throws a lot of punches. And I think this is pretty much, like I said, just kind of a stay busy, get to see him first time, but he's an all action type fighter, and you definitely should check him out against the Japanese Shu. Haven't heard of that guy before. His record, I think he's got a couple losses, but he hasn't really fought anybody. I think Rojas is going to dominate this one, score a knockout, and just keep pushing forward for bigger fights. Even if he has to move up to 130 to get them, because there's a lot more Golden Boy prospects at 130. And he gave Joseph Diaz, who I think is a real talented contender, he gave him a good run back in August and lost a real close decision. And Diaz came in overweight in that fight too. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens. But I think he's gonna retain the title and stay world champion. In the main event, you got undefeated Jaime Munguia against Japanese contender Takashi Inoue. That's going to be for the WBO Junior Middleweight Championship. If you guys haven't seen Munguia, you guys are missing out. This guy is badass. He's 21 years old. He just recently re-signed with Golden Boy. I believe his contract's a 5-fight contract that guarantees him a fight with Canelo. That's what I originally read. And at some point he's going to get in the ring with Canelo, which is exciting because this guy is a good size. He's a big junior middleweight. He destroyed Saddam Ali last year. He beat Liam Smith, who's a good top 10 guy. And that's a guy that the only other guy that beat Smith was Canelo when he knocked him out. And he's just been rolling over everybody. He's got a lot to prove. Inoue's a tough Japanese contender, but not real well known, but he is undefeated. So I think Munguia, you definitely want to check him out. He's an all-action Mexican fighter, big, a lot of power. And I think he's going to score a knockout win here too and keep his belt against, like I said, a Japanese warrior that comes straight at you. So it should be a good fight. You're going to see two good action fights, in my opinion, tomorrow. And I can't wait to see it. So check it out. That's on DAZN. So the whole card starts at 4 o'clock. Again, DAZN is 80 fight nights a year, guys, over, 80 fight nights a year, and you only have to pay $9.99. So that means you're paying $9.99, and you'll get Canelo and whoever else is fighting that month of May. When Canelo fights Jacob. So it's a really good deal, guys. You really need to get on there and get that downloaded. Next up, and if you have a smart TV, you can get it on your smart TV too. Okay, now in the Fox card, we're gonna have a triple header on Fox. Some pretty good fights too. First up is gonna feature heavyweight Adam Konaki, who's undefeated, a lot of power. He's a Polish heavyweight, and he's just trying to prove himself against former world title challenger Gerald Washington. Now, you don't know either one of these guys, but Konaki's been knocking everybody out. He's been looking good. I personally think he might be a little overrated, but you never know. These heavyweights are big guys. He does have power, and the PBC is pushing them pretty well. They're trying to push the heavyweight division, and they have Deontay Wilder, so they're trying to let people see who Wilder could be facing in the future. And Konaki's he's solid so far. I don't know how good he's going to be, but Washington's going to be a good test. Washington actually in 2017 fought Deontay Wilder. Yeah, he fought him in 2017, and he was actually beating him. And then Wilder, of course, all he needs is one punch in the fifth round, caught him and knocked him out. But Washington's not a bad heavyweight. He's only lost to Jarrell Miller by a TKO in the eighth round and Deontay Wilder. He's beaten some older veteran heavyweights. He's not bad. This is going to be a good test for Konaki. And it's going to be a lot of punches thrown by two big heavyweights. And you're smoking dope if you don't like heavyweight boxing. These guys are going to be throwing bombs. Should be a good one. I'm going to go with the favorite and say Konaki wins this one by a knockout. But I wouldn't be surprised if it goes the whole distance. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change that. I'm going to say he wins a decision over Washington. But should be interesting. Should be a good fight. I love heavyweight, so we'll see. Next up, we're gonna see a featherweight battle, and you guys, you really don't want to miss. This is gonna be all action. You got a guy named Claudio Marrero, who's a very good fighter. He's only lost, I think he's lost only one time to Jesus Rojas, who's fighting on the DAZN card, and Marrero last year destroyed an undefeated fighter named Jorge Lada, who was coming up the ladder. He knocked him out in one round. This guy's got a lot of power. He's all action featherweight, and now he's taking on. I'm gonna mess up this guy's name. I think it's Tugsnak Nyambar. He's an Asian, I think a Filipino fighter, who rolled over Oscar Escandon in only 3 rounds. Now, you guys don't know Escandon. He fought Gary Russell in 2017, got his ass whipped, and stopped in 7 rounds. Well, this guy fought him less than a year later and knocked him out in only 3 rounds. And Escandon's a good, solid veteran who's been in the ring with some good fighters. So, this guy rolled over Escandon. So these guys both have something to prove. It's going to be a very good action-packed fight. To tell you the truth, I think this fight could be the fight of the weekend. It could steal the show for Fox and for the whole weekend, to be honest with you. But it should be really good, and I'm really looking forward to it. So check out that featherweight battle. That's going to be a very good co-feature to Thurman, who's in the main event, Keith Thurman. His return after, almost 2 years off. Thurman's going to come back and take on Josecito Lopez. The one thing you know about Lopez is he comes to fight. The kid's he's brave. He likes to fight. He hasn't lost in, I think, since 2015. He's only fought 3 times since the last loss, but he comes to fight. I don't think he stands a chance against Thurman, but Thurman hasn't fought in almost 2 years. Thurman's got a lot to prove in this fight, though, even though he hasn't fought in 2 years. If this fight goes the distance, it's going to be a shame and a knock against Thurman, and I think he knows that. He needs to try to come out and win this fight and win it impressively, and I think he's going to do that. I got him winning this fight by TKO in the middle to later rounds. I think he really wants to test out his ability and his reflexes and let this thing go a while. But if an opportunity presents itself, I think he's going to take advantage of Lopez. But you definitely can't underestimate Lopez and get caught when you got that much ring rust. It's going to be difficult. But if he wants to get into a unification bout like against Sean Porter next, he needs to look good for that. Because if he doesn't, he's probably going to take another tune-up before a possible Sean Porter or Errol Spence or somebody on that level. But I really think he has his eyes fixated on Porter or possibly even Danny Garcia in a rematch. I think he's going to take one of those rematches this year. So we'll see. But I'm glad to see Thurman back. He makes it interesting. And he's going to get back into my top 15 after the win. I just hope he's still on the same level because, you guys can knock Thurman all you want about his inactivity. But in the last 3 calendar years, this guy has wins over Porter and Danny Garcia and wins that he deserved in both of them. So that's, like I said, guys, I got him winning by knockout. He's going to keep his title, and he'll be back in the best division in boxing. That's the thing about welterweights. That division's the best division without Thurman in it. And it's definitely by far the best division with him in it. So can't wait to see him back in action. Again, that's Saturday at 5 o'clock when that whole card starts. So don't miss neither one of these cards, man. They're going to be good. 5 good fights. Thurman by TKO. I didn't make a prediction in the Marrero fight. I think Nyambar is going to knock Marrero out in that one. I got Konaki winning a decision over Washington. Then on DAZN, I got Munguia knocking out Inoue and Rojas knocking out Chu. So all action fights this whole night. 5 good fights. Check them out, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.